in the camera.
Are you?
I don't know.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
How we doing? And welcome to another episode of the Horror Comedy Hangout podcast. My name's Chris.
I'm Jessica.
Yes, you are.
The last time I checked, at least.
Yes, you are. And today is going to be a movie review. And we're super excited about this one because, drum roll. Yeah, drum roll. Because this is a new movie. And so new, it just came out this weekend.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Yeah, this is opening weekend for it.
Yeah,
So
this is
super
opening
exciting.
weekend for it. We just saw it on Wednesday, so
Yes.
It's taken us a couple days to get organized to get the movie review out.
Yeah.
But we're going to be reviewing, hard for me to say, reviewing Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice! Yay!
Don't say it another time because
Then he'll appear.
then he appears, yes, and then causes troubles.
My mom grew up here, that old house on the hill.
Wait, the ghost house? Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
Unfortunately,
She's a legend.
the living, the dead, can they coexist?
Now's my chance.
Super excited about this one coming out since I saw the original back in the late 80s.
Yeah.
And it's been 36 years since this one has come out.
Holy cow, it's as old as me. If you want to know how old I was,
Yes.
there it was. Oh, wait a minute, because we constantly do this. We have to cheers to the new
Oh,
film.
man, I forgot again.
Man, every
All right.
time. All
So we're
right.
going to cheers to Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Cheers. And I changed it up tonight, guys. I am not drinking a White Claw. I decided to go with a gin mint, I think cucumber is what it's called.
Sure.
It's kind of a special.
That
Yeah, okay, I'll
sounds good.
just drink.
No. It's good. It's good. So that's what we like to do for everybody. If you're new to this podcast, is bring your favorite drink. If you're a guest on the show, or if you're just watching it,
Mhm.
it doesn't have to be alcoholic. It can be non-alcoholic drink. So
Yeah.
grab your drink and sit back and relax as we review.
Beetlejuice.
And don't say it 3 times. Yes. So with this new one, this brings back Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara.
Mhm.
And a
then
couple of new people,
yeah,
right?
we got some new ones in
We
there.
got Jenna Ortega from the Wednesday TV show, which I like and should be coming out soon with that again.
Yeah.
Uh,
We got William Dafoe.
William Dafoe, Justin Theroux,
Mhm.
and
And Monica Bellucci.
Monica. Well, yes, you said it better than I did. And which I didn't really know, which is a fun fact, is that Monica is dating Tim Burton, which Tim Burton came back to direct this one. So
But there was a stipulation if he came back to direct it, though.
yes, Michael Keaton had to be Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
and who else to play Beetlejuice
There's
would be
nobody else. I'm sorry. Like, there's some
Right.
great actors out there,
Yeah.
but no, Michael
Yeah.
Keaton is going to be forever Beetlejuice.
Absolutely. And this one changed it up a little bit too, because this doesn't follow the Maitland family, which was Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis.
Yeah.
This does not follow them, like I
No.
said. And then the funny thing with Tim Burton saying about Michael Keaton coming back, Winona Ryder actually had a little
Stipulation
as well, because I'm sure all the fans out there watch
Stranger
Things. And when she started Stranger Things, she told the Duffer Brothers, which are the showrunners for that show, that
Mhm.
I will do Stranger Things, but I have to be available
To
when
come back to do
Beetlejuice comes back
Yeah.
to do, which is when you're saying, well, Stranger Things has been out for a long time. And you're right. This sequel has been in the works for almost as long as it's been since the last one came out. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
they've been trying for years. It's been going around and around. This one is rated a PG-13. I think they just wanted to get more of an audience in there.
Mhm.
So you get that one F-bomb. The
And
other one that's in the
then
movie.
bleep.
Yeah, which I actually found funny when they bleep stuff out that's supposed to be when you're
It
arguing.
was it was done perfect.
Yeah.
When they bleeped it out.
This one was written by a different team. This was Alfred Goh and Miles Molnar. They're from the TV show Wednesday.
I didn't know that.
Yes, they write on the TV show Wednesday. They came over with Tim Burton because Tim Burton has directed some of the Wednesday episodes.
Which is so good. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, so Tim Burton came over, Jenna Ortega came over, the writers came over, everybody came over to work on Beetlejuice. So a little bit about what Beetlejuice is about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it kind of opens with Lydia. Yeah, she's a paranormal investigative show that she has on.
Living, the dead, Can they coexist?
and which is called House Guest.
Is
And
it called House Guest?
yes, that show that she's doing.
Oh,
Which
I'm glad you remembered that.
remind me to talk about House Guest a little later because it's an interesting connection to the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I gotcha.
are you out there? Remind me to do that. So yeah, she's doing this show with her douchey bag boyfriend,
Oh, yeah. He's a weirdo.
played by Justin Theroux. He plays that weird, creepy guy.
But he plays it so well.
He plays it really well,
like
actually.
he's like almost like borderline creepy, like but man child.
Right. He's a man child.
He's a man child.
He is a man child. Yes. So just think man child, and that's what he is very dependent on her in a way, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you kind of find later out in the movie. We can't give too much away about it, but you kind of find out the real reason of why he is the way he is in a way, or why he's kind of doing the things he's doing.
Right.
So we can't say too much. We'll just leave it out of that.
Yes, we'll leave it. This is a basically spoiler-free review.
Yeah.
We'll try to keep it as spoiler-free so you can watch it all the way through and because we want you to go watch it.
Yeah, I think we should go watch it again. Actually,
we probably should.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that too.
Can we sit further back though?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, this follows the Dietz family.
Mhm.
Like I said, it doesn't follow the Maitland family. So this follows the Dietz family that had bought the house originally. Not originally, but the second people that came in that family and took it over.
Mhm.
There's a tragedy in the Dietz family, and they all have to go back to Fall River, where the house is, for the funeral.
Yeah.
So that brings them all back together. Beetlejuice kind of gets wind of this, and so he wants to be with Lydia. So he's like, "This is my chance."
He's been in love with her for the last 36 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah,
Well, I guess in Undead World, it's probably a short period of time, but
probably.
So we have that. We have Beetlejuice's ex. We introduced Beetlejuice's ex, which is played by Monica Bellucci.
Belushi?
Well, it's whatever.
Sorry if we're pronouncing your last
Sorry,
name
Monica.
wrong, but
I know
I'm pretty sure it's Belushi. If it's not, please comment and correct us.
Yes, right.
I think it's Italian.
Yes, she is Italian.
Yes, Italian. Mm-hmm.
Chasing down Beetlejuice. She's trying to find Beetlejuice all the way through. And then we have William Dafoe's character.
Mm-hmm.
He's a actor that's now an undead detective in the underworld trying to...
Undead? I thought he was dead. Dead.
Dead. Dead. In the underworld, tracking down all these murders that she's been kind of doing. But we don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
Either.
Don't talk too much about it.
I won't.
Yeah, and it talks about Astrid and Lydia and kind of that mother-daughter confrontation. So if anybody can relate to that, I know I can. And then it also kind of ties in with Lydia and her mom's kind of mother-daughter confrontation and how that's continued, I guess, through the last 36 years into this movie. And
yeah, they've kind of been estranged, Astrid and Lydia, for a little while.
Yeah.
And now they have to be together for this funeral, so they're not really getting along. And that after, I guess, Lydia's husband, Astrid's father died
years
earlier, and since then there's been a little bit of strain in that family. So you see that strain, and then obviously the strain between Lydia and Catherine O'Hara, the mom's character, as well throughout that.
Surprise.
Yes, and of course, what do you do at a funeral? You propose, right?
Ew.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Absolutely.
That's not where I thought you were going with that.
No.
Okay.
Well,
don't
Lydia's boyfriend proposes to Lydia at a funeral.
Because that's romantic.
That's a perfect place to do that, right?
That.
And then Astrid meets a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold that gin strong. Sorry. Yeah, Astrid meets a boy. Keep going.
In case you didn't know out there, that gin is strong. Astrid meets a boy. She's kind of this, what would you call her? She doesn't really fit in.
She's kind of a misfit.
She's if you've seen the first one, obviously, which I hope you have, it's like Lydia back when she was a youngster. Mm-hmm. The same thing. It's just
trying to find herself, I think.
Find herself, fit in, doesn't really fit in the world.
And that's kind of where the new interest in her life comes in
to help her out with that. Yeah. But obviously we couldn't, so that's kind of the premise of the movie without giving away too much. We're saying that together. Yes. So I don't think we can talk about the Beetlejuice without talking about before the original.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, she said
I
it.
said it.
Back in 1988. So like I said in the top of the show, it was
Oh, it was a good
36
year.
years. Yeah, it's a good
it's
year.
great year.
It did win an Oscar for best makeup,
It
which
did,
I can
which is
see.
amazing. Yeah.
I can see that happening. Obviously, it was good makeup. Tim Burton's second film. So he was new director when he did the first one. It was the second
Oh.
film. He did
That's a fun
one of
fact, I
Pee
didn't
Wee
know.
Herman's
Films.
films.
Ah, okay.
And then he'd done this one. So he wasn't really a proven. He's not the Tim Burton that we all know and love. I hope. And not everybody loves Tim Burton, so that's the other thing with this movie is not everybody's gonna likes a Tim Burton movie.
His stuff's interesting.
Some are good and some are bad, but I do love the Beetlejuices, and that's where I wanted you to bring back the Ghost House. So
okay, hold on. I'm bringing back. Remember, you mentioned Ghost House.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we were talking about Ghost House. What were you going to reference to it? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Go.
So the original title was Beetlejuice, and then the studio stepped in and said, "No, we like Ghost House." So the original was going to be called Ghost House.
Wait. The OG Beetlejuice was going to be called Ghost House?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't.
See that's
boring.
Yeah, I don't think this movie it goes down to like a title and a title.
But isn't there already a movie called Ghost House out there somewhere now?
I don't know.
Okay,
well,
y'all can make another movie called that, but not this one.
So I don't think it would have been the same as if it was named Ghost House.
Yeah, I feel like
it wouldn't have worked.
No, because I feel like Beetlejuice would have just been this random character. I've been like, okay, great, he's there.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
But I think the fact that it's his name, there's this main character, Michael Keaton plays him so well. It's like there's now that big like cult following to Beetlejuice.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. When I'm titling my movies, when I'm doing my own movies, I'll sit here for like hours just trying to figure out a title because I feel like it's good, and I think that would have ruined it. But this has a connection to the old one. But then, like I said, Lydia's TV show is called Ghost House. So they brought it back.
I like that. They
brought it back in. That's fine because that's just a fake show within the movie. So that's perfectly fine. And then obviously the first film has become a cult classic. It's very loved throughout the horror world, and you can see it when you go, because I go to Halloween Horror Nights and all these other events. People dress up as Beetlejuice. When we went to the movie,
oh my gosh,
everybody was dressed up.
I felt underdressed.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like that. So if we go see that movie again, I think I'm gonna have to step my game up just a little bit and wear that mosquito net thing you called it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Don't ask people.
Don't ask. All right, so that's what the movie's about. That's a little back history on the film, but I want to get to what we liked about the film.
Yeah,
and then some of the pain points as an audience member, some of the pain points as a filmmaker that I recognized. Good stuff. Nostalgia for me. Because I liked the first one,
The first one was good. The first one creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah, it was creepy, but that's good, creepy in a good way. But also nostalgic works as a negative too. So if you're not that nostalgic person, that might not be, because I know people are getting tired of nostalgic porn films. They're just like, just keep pushing nostalgia stuff, and it's
porn.
Just you know what I mean. Not that. So it's a good callback to the old one. They still use stop motion. They still use practical effects and prosthetics. I mean, they had some CGI, but it was
very little CGI.
Yeah. But Tim Burton still wanted to use all that stuff back when they did it, and kind of had to do it more back then than they do now.
Yeah.
And it's just, if they had used the CGI to the fullest extent, it wouldn't have been as good and as exciting. So
no, I agree.
I was very happy that they did use all that stuff.
Yeah. It's also done on your favorite time of the year.
Yes. Yeah, and it's because I love the movie. I love the movie Halloween, which is on Halloween, and obviously it's my favorite time of year. And this movie takes place around Halloween, so to me, I mean,
there was a scene from a legit Halloween night in the movie.
Yeah, and this one, new one. Yeah, I know, but this one takes place during Halloween.
Oh yes, okay.
So that's what it's very exciting for me.
I heard, but I didn't get on the train for that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Now we're on the same train.
Another good thing I really liked about this movie is the comic relief in it was so good. I literally did not stop laughing from the time the movie started to the time the movie ended. There was so much more like funny things in the movie. I feel like I laughed harder in this one than I did the first one.
Okay. I'm sure you'll have some people that say differently,
Oh, I'm sure, but that's fine.
but
For me, I laughed really hard.
I
Constantly.
did laugh at a lot of things as well, so I did enjoy it. That
Yeah,
obviously. So
the whole movie theater was cracking up.
yes, absolutely. The acting was good on well, Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah,
Like Michael Keaton, like he stepped right back into that role.
it was like he never left.
It's like it was just between the two movies. It doesn't. You can't even tell the difference. It's just like he looks maybe a little older, but
I don't. Yeah, like.
But it's hard with all that
Barely.
makeup on anyway.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, he is Beetlejuice. He is
the one and only ever Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and he's
That's why
really
I'm so glad they just made it like a sequel to it and not decided to redo the
remake it.
whole
I know
thing. Yeah,
that would have gone over well easily.
No, I don't think it would have gone over well. People I think would have still gone to see it for that factor of like the unknown. What is it going to be like? But the fact that Tim Burton decided to keep it exactly almost the same with a few changes, of course, 36 years later. But
right,
I'm so glad they didn't do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, and he's just amazing. Catherine O'Hara's character was she's as crazy as she was before, and it's just she plays that crazy so well.
Stuff she does in this movie.
Yeah.
Without giving it away. Just go watch it.
So yeah, no, the acting overall was
it was good.
It was good.
It was good. Everybody kind of like took over and embodied their roles to the fullest, I felt like.
Right.
All right. Now
some of the bad stuff.
Right.
As you can tell in the top of the show, I said, well, this is happening and this is happening and this is happening and this is happening. Those are all the plot lines that are happening. There is
too many.
Astrid and her mother having issues. They're coming back for the funeral.
Yes, Astrid and the new guy.
Lydia
and her new fiance.
William Dafoe character trying to track down the deaths happening in the underworld.
Yeah.
And then Monica's character tracking down Beetlejuice. Too many things going on.
But she also forgot. No, wait, we did say it. Never mind.
Oh, we did? Okay.
No, we did.
Okay. We did. So yeah, there was just too much.
No, we did miss one.
We did. When would you miss?
We missed Astrid and Lydia and them. Oh, I don't want to give it away.
That's okay. That's enough that we've said,
I don't want to give it. Okay.
That's fine.
There's another plot line, but we'll leave it at that.
The point is, too many plot lines makes it convoluted. It's just too much going on. If you took out Monica's character tracking down Beetlejuice and William Dafoe's character, which they did great. She was fun to watch. Her opening scene, you're like, oh my god, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
what's going to happen next?
I am in
hooked.
I am hooked, and I want to see where this goes. It went nowhere.
Yeah, it was like the film could have carried without her. Basically, I'm just going to say it. I did. I said it. There we go.
Yep. You could have taken her out, and then obviously William Dafoe, great actor. He did. I'm
on a hit or miss with him.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
he did great in acting.
He did good.
But
once again, another character take out. Her and his character, you could remove them from the story, and it still would have been ended just about the same.
About the same. Yeah. And then I will say that was kind of the most disappointing overall in the movie for me was, I'm just going to say it, guys. Sorry, it was the ending. I wasn't thrilled on the ending. I felt like it was a little boring and a little predictable. And I felt definitely one of the scenes in the end dragged. Okay, one of those. Yeah. Too long. It was just, to me, for too long. I was kind of like, okay, when are we going to move past this scene? But other than that, I would still go see it again.
I can agree that it did drag out a little too long. But I was okay with the scene. It kind of resembled the original in a way.
Yeah, it did.
It gave you that kind of flavor to it.
Still.
But it was funny, when I was watching the movie, going back to Monica and William's characters, when I watched those characters and those scenes, I kind of like, okay, let me just wait for them to get. I was waiting to get back to the other storylines. So it was funny. I'd be like, okay, we're on here. Well, when can we get back to Beetlejuice or Lydia and Astrid's character?
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah, and it felt like too when Monica entered back into the very end with her character, I was like, "Oh, great. This is when she's going to really like come out in her character and we're really going to get this full like glory of it." And then
Yeah.
womp womp.
Gotcha.
So-
And then I like Winona Ryder. I love her in all these movies.
Mhm.
I love her in Stranger Things, but I felt like her character wasn't given enough. She kind of was reacting to the scenes and not
Mhm.
pushing the story forward at all.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed in that.
A little bit opposite of her character from the original movie. That's what we're just going to have to leave that one.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is like I said, I was watching Willem and Monica's story, waiting to get back to the other story because I really wanted to see more of Lydia and Astrid's conflict.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of what you could have taken those out, and let's just add more of Lydia and Astrid's relationship because obviously we know them. We've been following them for all these years, and it would have been great to just expand on what's going on with them, the backstory of how, the father died and that where that broke down.
It did give the backstory.
It did, but it didn't see where it broke down, what happened, where they had, where not Monica, but Lydia and Astrid's, where their conflict started and all that stuff. So I would have liked to have seen more of that, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
One thing as a filmmaker and a writer that bothered me when she meets this boy, Astrid meets this boy, and within a day or two, she is not in love with him, but just
it's like an infatuation, like a teenage infatuation.
But all of a sudden, she's like, because Lydia wants to go, and Astrid wants to stay, and I'm like, Astrid wanted to go before because she's one of those guys. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be around my mother. I don't want to be around my family.
This is awful.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, she meets the boy, and a day later, she's like,
but see, that's kind of a teenage girl type of thing.
Okay. Bear with me on this just for a minute.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Yes. But it's not her character. Her character is this
defiant,
not letting anybody in, closed off, rebellious kind of person. And for her to all of a sudden flip the script in one day, I didn't see it. I didn't see it happen. And as a writer and as an actor, even, you have to live truthful in the moment, what human emotions and responses that you're going to have. You can put it in the most fantastical world like this, which doesn't really happen. But long as the characters live truthfully in there, then the audience will believe whatever.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, come on. Those are just
give more conflict.
Those are more pitfall, or not, just change it up a little bit. Like,
well, I feel like they could expand it on that and cut out the other scenes with Monica and
that's what I'm saying.
Character.
Yeah, get rid of those.
Expand more on that conflict.
Give her more time.
If that had been at least a 3-day thing.
Okay. 3 days. We'll give it 3 days.
3 days at least. I mean, I get your point of view, but I also get the point of view of being that young teenage girl at one time where you met the super cute guy and you were like, no, I don't want to go anywhere.
Okay. No. I was never a teenage girl.
Recognize this puss. Never seen that chick before in my life or afterlife.
Nor a girl now. So I'm just saying.
Well, I hope not.
As a
man.
No. As a writer, as a filmmaker, that it
doesn't work.
Didn't work. And I'm not going to stay on that point for very long because you don't want to hear me.
Let's get off of this.
We'll get off that point.
Next.
So those were just a few of the negatives. There wasn't, like I said, a lot of.
For me, there weren't a lot of negatives.
No. And I'm going to start wrapping this up with the review. And I think the overall thing is, the bottom line is, we want you to go see it.
Yeah. You got to go
in the
see
theater.
It. In the theater. Don't see it at home, please. Just go see it in the theater because it's amazing. We actually did it in, what is that thing called? An RPX theater?
In Regal, if we want to promote Regal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
RPX.
I've never done it. Had no clue. We got tickets to that. And the seats like shook and vibrated, which was super cool, but it wasn't the violent one where your popcorn flies everywhere and then you're wearing your drink instead of drinking your drink. So I would definitely recommend to go see it in that because it gives you those little
Little moments.
Little moments. Yeah.
But yeah, like we said, it was a not a full theater, but pretty close to full.
Yeah, it was close.
So it was a fun time. And the thing that I gauge when I'm watching a film too is because I get antsy and I don't sit for very long. So that movie was over before I knew it. So then I was like, oh, I know I like this film because a lot of times I'll be, even in the theater, I'll sit and I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, or you asleep.
So we started at 12:30 and this should be over by 2:30. I'm thinking like that. So I didn't see that at all. By the time it was the end, and I was like, holy crap, the end, it's over. So
yeah. And there was a lot of people that hung out all the way to the end of the credits too. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, the time flew by for me. It's a fun film. I laughed.
Spill your guts. Who wants to go first? All right, I will. See, I'm willing to do the work.
They were fun characters, and just obviously we like to see Beetlejuice more and more and more. It would have been nice to see
I'm
a
just
more.
going to put it out there. I think there could be potentially a third one.
And my question for that is,
Oh, okay.
what do we name that? Because you can't say Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice 3.
See? Yeah, you can't name it 3 times because then he's going to show up.
Beetlejuice, bleep.
Yeah. That would be a fun thing, right, to do to come up with a...
No, I think if you're just go for it. It's probably going to be the final one. Beetlejuice. There, I said it again.
There you go, said it again.
He didn't come out.
I'd like to see them explore even more if they do. And some people go, nope, I don't want another one at all, and they should have never done this one. So I know there's both sides, but I am on the side of I liked it. This is something I am going to pull off the shelf every Halloween and watch it. It's just something fun, and that shut that brain off. And speaking of that, I have this statement from the original writer.
Yes, this is a very good statement. I love it.
When he wrote the first Beetlejuice back in 87, 88.
Yeah.
And this is from Larry Wilson. He's one of the original screenwriters from it, professional screenwriter. I said he wanted to write something that was a definitive statement, not something to please everyone.
Oh, this movie.
And this is what I try to push out for any film, because I see so many people bash so many things. And yeah, there was some negative points and there are some positive points, but even the screenwriter from the original wasn't looking to make a film to grab everybody's attention. Just a definitive statement. I don't need everybody to like it, and not everybody's going to like it. And that resonated with me as a filmmaker myself, and not everybody likes my stuff. And as when I watch it and I review it, I see so many haters at times, and I don't like that, because yeah, you don't have to like it.
No.
But just remember, maybe it's not your thing.
Yeah.
And Tim Burton is a very stylistic. He has a certain approach, and not everybody likes him either, which is perfectly fine. You don't have to like any of it, but
just give it a chance.
Just give it a chance, and just know that when somebody writes something and makes something, they're not necessarily making it for everybody to like, and they understand that. And I'm going to take that back for me when I continue on with my films. I'm just going to keep doing what I like to do, because not everybody's going to like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't even have anything to say after that, right?
Nope. Shut up.
Go see it. It just came out. I think you'll enjoy at least some part of it, if not all of it. Like I said, I think we should go back and watch it again.
Yeah, I definitely think we should. And I think for me is like, no matter what somebody reviews, because I know I've heard people review movies and I've gone and seen it and I have a totally different perspective and I ended up loving the film. So just go see it for yourself and make your own thoughts and your opinions. Just be open-minded to it, because it is a really good film. And
it's one of those fun films.
It is definitely.
It's not an Oscar film. It's a fun film.
It's a fun film.
Right? So that's our review of Beetlejuice. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. This has been the Horror Comedy Hangout podcast. Please check us out at thehorrorcomedyhangout.com. And
don't ask me.
on Instagram,
every streaming platform.
Yep, on Instagram, that same name. And please get on. I want you to get on the website and join and follow us. Follow us on Instagram, and then watch these. It'll be on YouTube and every Apple and all those other podcast streaming services, whether you want to watch it or just listen to it. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Good night.